That button. Wow, we're professional. Okay, so we are live on YouTube here, almost live on Facebook. And let's see if it'll let me do the thing that goes live on Facebook. Oh, wow. I think it's working. You're joining us on the Automotive ADHD show. We are just getting ready for the live radio show. Hey, Jim Miller's showing me that we are live. I'm trying to get that other block to go away there. That's the studio that's connected. I can't get that to go away. We'll work on that for the next one. But we're going to go ahead and get this queued up. We got a lot of things to talk about. But before we do that, I'm going to patch the station back through to us so we can hear it. And where are we at? We should be
citizens, many undocumented, detained during a raid at a Hyundai plant in South Carolina are now home.
Hyundai makes.
We're sort of testing this out for the first time here with this equipment. So this is new. If you are just joining us on stream, we're going to go live here on the radio in about 4 minutes. 4 minutes, I think. And from that, we're going to do our show right here in Colorado, but you might be joining us anywhere in the world over this live stream. And so, of course, while we're hanging out here, make sure you...
fun fact, I can count to 4.
Yeah, and good thing you can, because
most people don't know.
Well,
this.
actually, you only need to count to 3 now, because we're now 3 minutes
I can
out.
count to 3.
Yeah.
Once I get past 4, though, I have to phone a friend.
Yeah, and which we're not taking calls on the air today. We got enough tech stuff going on with the live streaming setup that we're testing out. And I don't have a producer with me today. No phone screener.
You are a producer, and I'm surprised you trust me around this much technology. I am basically your caveman friend.
Yeah, don't
grunts and unga bungas.
Yeah, exactly. And no Rice Cakes. He's not here. Shout out to Rice Cakes, our producer. He's going to be really disappointed that I'm calling him that on the stream.
No, he's not.
He would be like, call me anything other than that. But he's not here. He's slacking off doing something. I don't know
me
what.
Later about his name, Rice Cakes.
Oh, man.
I'm a contributor.
Where are we at here? We're coming up here. 1 minute, 2 minutes out. All right. This is exciting. Like I said, we're testing out some new tech, and we haven't used it in this way before. So
I don't know how to use it at all.
Well, I assembled it while I was half asleep, and there's a lot of stuff here you can't see. So but it appears to be working. I think it is. I actually, and is that a level's good on there? Check. 1 2 1 2. Not peeking on there, which is good.
I went to the restroom earlier. My levels are fine.
Yeah, I gotta make sure. We were talking about streams earlier, actually.
Streams.
So
don't cross the streams.
All right, we are coming up on a minute out, so I'm going to unmute the station in the stream. If you're just joining us, you'll hear a commercial from the radio station, and then we will. Well, we're going to get into it. It's going to be fun.
Are you ready to grow your faith?
Either that or nothing works, and we just go live. We just Bill O'Reilly.
Join thousands at LifeSearch Saturday, September 27th at the
way.
Broadmoor World Arena
sure
for an unforgettable one-day experience.
I'm here.
You'll be empowered by a world-class lineup, including two-time national football champion Tim Tebow, world's
across
number
the table.
one motivational speaker Nick Vujicic.
Yeah, you're gonna have to send a lot. It's got a big distance to cover here.
Stars of Duck Dynasty, Willie and Corey Robertson.
I'll share a bottle
best-selling
of water
author and
with you.
pastor Craig Rochelle, powerhouse entrepreneur Ed Milet. Worship by Paul and Hannah McClure of Bethel Music.
Oh, man.
Seats are selling fast for this unforgettable
You
event.
missed me.
Don't miss your chance.
It's been too long. It's been too long. How long have you been under the toolbox? Just sleeping there? I don't know.
Yeah.
Now and secure your tickets before they're
hibernating inside of one of my vending machines.
September 27th,
Sleeping inside of an old Toyota.
Don't wait.
Testing out to see if it could be a coffin when I expire. Can I dual use these vehicles I bought? Can they be
Automotive ADHD is brought to you by Western Film House and may contain pre-recorded content. The views and opinions expressed by the hosts and guests of this program do not reflect those of this station or Salem Media Group, its management, sponsors, affiliates, or employees. Questionable mechanical advice is included, free of charge. From Olympic City and the home of Pikes Peak, this is the Automotive ADHD Show with Matt West.
Big, loaded, packed show for you today. Oh, man. So Toyota says they are bringing back the 4AGE. This is a monumental piece of news And if you're sitting there wondering, what's a 4AGE? Don't worry, we are going to fill you in. I also have joining me across the board here, we'll introduce him in just a minute, Jim Miller, just a guy. And then later on in the show, we are going to have Wesley Kagan joining us as well. I'm telling you, this is a packed show. You have tuned into the correct car show. No NPR, none of that. This is the correct car show right here in Colorado Springs. But you can also catch us all across the radio in Southern Colorado. We come out of our flagship station, AM 1460 and FM 101.1, The Answer. But you can hear us all across Southern Colorado. And you can catch us on video, the podcast, on YouTube, and as of today, the live stream. Yeah, we're actually testing out some new equipment with the live stream. So our live stream viewers right now are sort of beta testing it for us. You didn't know you were going to be a beta tester today. You didn't know you subscribed to that. But that's what we're doing, and we're going to do a lot more of these. Wesley Kagan's going to fill you in on some of this stuff too, coming up in just a minute. But before we get to that, I was debating if I should open the show with this or not. Because I mean, this is a car show, and I know my show here has an important role to play. I mean, you're berated with politics and terrible news and the stuff that happens every single week in the 24/7 news cycle. And my job here on this show is to give you a break from that. Yeah, we're on a conservative news talk station, but we're a car show. We are a break from the day to day. And, sure, we do talk about cars. We certainly do. We talk about them. We talk about politics, I should say, as they relate to cars. But that's different. We talk about our freedom to enjoy these fantastic four-wheeled machines. And we talk about how that's under attack every single day. And I feel like it's my duty on this show to protect that freedom however I can. And if that's by spreading awareness, if that's by talking about it, that is part of it. I mean, cars are our slice of enjoyment, our work away from work, as Jim Miller likes to say. And I feel like it's important, though, here to talk about some news you're most certainly aware of, because I shared these same airwaves here on my flagship station, AM 1460, The Answer, with Charlie Kirk. And I think because of that, I never had the chance to shake his hand, but I think because of that, as a guy who works in radio, as a guy who talks for a living, it's important to talk about this for just a second. So bear with me. We're going to get to cars. We're going to get to some really crazy stuff that's going on in the car world, but just humor me for a minute. And, Charlie was supposed to be here in Colorado this weekend, in fact, at an event just up the road from Colorado Springs here in Woodland Park. And in fact, this station, my station, was going to be a part of that event. And we actually coordinated with Charlie's team directly on a number of different things relating to that. And he didn't come to Colorado. He didn't go to that event. And I never had that chance to shake his hand. And for some reason, I took this really personally. I really did. And again, maybe it's because Charlie was a Salem radio guy. He was part of our Salem radio network here. And, he was one of us. So in that sense, I felt a little bit of a connection. Him and I are also really close in age as well. But importantly, I think I took this personally because he was killed for speaking. And here on the radio station, here at the Salem Radio Network, we talk for a living. And that's what we do. And sure, I get it. I'm the weekend car guy. In the big picture, though, there are so many things that are vastly more important in this world than just cars. And, as car guys, we put them very high up on our list, but there's still some stuff that goes above that. So the principle still stands. He was killed for exercising free speech. And whether you agree with Charlie's views or not, let's be united in mourning the loss of a contributor to the notion of free speech. And the ability to express your thoughts on any topic, to debate, to disagree, that's a God-given right. And sure, no one agrees with another person entirely. In fact, the only person who does agree with you 100% is you. And this was a gut punch. So, you know what? If you ignore all the politics, if you ignore the fact that Charlie was a prominent public speaker, activist, talk radio host, podcaster, famous in every way, if you ignore all of that, he was still a father. And at the end of the day, he went home to his wife and his 2 kids, and just like we all do. And he's not going to be there anymore. There's a grieving widow, and there's a couple of children who are never going to know their dad. So anyway, so just, keep this in mind. I don't want to start the show on a heavy note, but this was weighing heavily on my heart, as someone, close to the radio business and, who really, looked at everything going on. And, we can joke about how Jim Miller can't remember how many cars he has, or, my latest shenanigans with purchasing ill-advised cars, or Wesley Kagan's work on some of his cars. We could talk about all that. We can joke about all that, but that's all about possible because we live in a country that recognizes the importance of speech. So let's just keep that in mind. But anyway, I felt like that was something really important to say. So Jim Miller, just a guy, joining me across the board.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, just exercise all your rights, freedoms, and liberties. That's all I'm really going to say with any of it. That's not much more to say than that. Whether you agree or disagree with Charlie Kirk, it doesn't matter. He liked his freedom. It's not a way I'd want to go out. And that was a very cowardly exercise by a cowardly person. This should never be named again. I do feel bad, and condolences to his wife and his children, especially because even if we disagree, remember 100% of the time we all want it better. So we actually all agree all the time with everything. And that's the part to always remember. And remember your certain inalienable rights. Exercise them. Live on your feet, not on your knees. He'll be remembered for that part. The man never had to have a microphone or a stage or open up for anybody else to speak. He did, and that speaks volumes about it, whether you agree or disagree. Because if it really comes down to morals, values, ethics, sense of community, or family, you probably agree with the guy more so than you think. He took care of his family. Take care of your family. So condolences to his children, especially, and his wife. Feel really, really bad for those, for his children, honestly.
Mm-hmm. And, there's something you always say that I think is important, which is if you want it better, be better.
Always. Always. It's up to you. It always is. So I hope on the other end of it, it doesn't scare people from speaking openly and exercising their freedom of speech. I hope it actually opens it up to where more people want to. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and it's been a little bit since it happened, obviously, but my show's on the weekend. It's not during the week, and wanted to get that, talk about it. I'm sure, if you're listening on the radio, you may be following along with this. I'm sure on the podcast, I've got people who aren't into the politics of this, who probably don't agree with my politics, and maybe we lost some of them there when we talked about it, but that's okay, because it was important to say. So, but you know what? Let's pivot from there. Let's turn the show onto a little bit of a brighter note. Let's talk some cars. The cars are our break from the craziness of the political world, from the craziness of all the news out there, and
work away from work.
The work away from work. The stress away from stress too. Ain't that true?
Yeah, you're throwing your own tools around and your own parts. You're like, ah.
Or my favorites, when you lose a tool, you can't find it, you buy another one, and then the original shows up.
Right when you purchase it, too. Yep. Every time you purchase it, then you're like, there it is.
Yep. But, Jim, I wanted to throw this out here. We're going to go to a break here soon, but we'll hit this on the other side. The Mustang GTD, the new crazy top-end bonkers Mustang, is so wide, they say that it needs safety lights, like a Ford Raptor does, like a commercial truck. But there's a workaround there. We're going to get to all of that. We're going to get to your car sounds and more. Thanks for joining us right here on this edition of Automotive ADHD.
Trinity Lutheran School has provided a quality Christian education to families in Pueblo for 130 years, with a reputation of offering a rigorous curriculum that includes art, music, technology, and Spanish. Students also learn responsibility, respect, and work ethic, traditional values, small class sizes, and a 5-day school week, aid in helping each student develop into well-rounded scholars and followers of Jesus Christ. In addition, from 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m., Monday through Thursday, Trinity offers a homeschool enrichment
We should be
program
good.
where homeschool
Either
students
that
can
or
participate in
my
math,
and here we'll
reading,
mute the
writing,
station
and
feed here
physical
now for the
education
live
classes.
stream viewers.
It's a great opportunity for
Yeah, I'm sure they
students.
don't want to hear commercials.
Yeah, no. And
With
they
their
don't want to hear us
they wanna
talking
hear us-
over commercials.
How about we commentary
Yeah.
all the commercials?
Oh yeah, like live dub
Yeah,
them.
did
Yeah.
you just see that commercial?
Oh man.
Did you want real estate? Because I'm here to sell you real estate. You look like you could use a house.
And I think all the technology's working. The system says it switched off of the live feed over there in the other studio.
Okay.
So that means,
it's-
in theory, we're not going over the air. But if we still are, I will get a text from my program director here shortly.
So if everybody's just wondering, we're testing out a lot of stuff at the same time while you're got that constant YouTube live feed thing.
Oh, and Facebook, I should say too. We are on
and
Facebook now too.
We're on the face pagers.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Is
We're-
there anything else we're on? I don't know. You're the beat bop boop guy. I'm the where's a club or a rock or a hammer? I'll fix it that way.
Yeah, we are on the Facebook here.
Oh.
So the face page is facebook.com/automotive ADHD. And yeah, it's working well. It's working well. As far as the technical test goes, that's good. This technical test is going to give us an opportunity to do some really fun stuff. So
And
that's
quite
why
quite a bit of data on the feedback for it too, so we know what works and what doesn't work, and we can build off from it.
exactly. And I already know that we've got on our stream, it's got a split screen of us, and then it's got the actual studio that's connected. And I'm going to work on making that go away, but because that doesn't need to be there. But you know what? We are live, and so if you are in the stream, go ahead, comment, join us, let us know you're listening. Let us know what you're driving today as well. And yeah, thanks for joining us on the show. I appreciate folks sticking around through that first part because it was heavy, but I don't know, Jim. I think it needed to be said. I think it needed to be
No,
said.
say your piece, do your part, do your
Yeah.
thing. That's what I always say. You know that.
Yep. So anyway, we are coming back here in like 22 seconds. So let's
I can count to 22 with your
let's
help.
do this. Here we go. That's going to go. You're going to hear this promo on the stream.
And in medicine, you should be subject to scrutiny just as
Some call him the
there it
Toyota
is.
God. Others say he ran for mayor.
Introduce you to the candidates running for mayor. So today it's Jim Miller.
One of your priorities that you've laid out is fixing the roads in Colorado Springs.
Jim Miller.
Mr. Miller, you also have 30 seconds.
That was Jim Miller, just a guy.
All we know is he's just a guy with more cars than friends. Jim Miller is on Automotive ADHD.
Yes, he is. Jim Miller, do you think you're my only regular guest who has his own intro? And do you think that's going to make Wesley Kagan jealous?
I don't know about jealous. Maybe he wants one too. I'm sure he can make his own. I mean, he's pretty savvy with a lot of stuff.
Yeah. We'll have
But
to see.
I like Wesley. It's not like a jab at Wesley. What are you doing, trying to pit us against each other? You're like, oh, hey, Jim, you're finally healed up after surgeries. You want to fight Wesley?
Oh,
What is
man.
It's like the Mad Max thing. You're like, there's cars in Mad Max. We're going to the what was that? What was the dome one? I don't remember. The third one.
You're
With Tina
putting me on.
Turner,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're putting me on the spot. I don't remember.
I keep wanting to say Biodome, but that's an entirely different movie.
Yeah. Well, anyway, hey, thanks for joining us here on the Automotive ADHD show. And Jim, I was talking about this before the break. Mustang GTD. Are you familiar with the GTD?
I am not. I don't. What's the D stand for?
Well, I could tell you one thing. I think it stands for. No, the GTD is a. The GTD is what it stands for is I'm not sure, but it is the craziest.
What it stands for is I'm not sure. All right.
Yeah. It is the super crazy, nutty Nürburgring spec Mustang. So it's a wide body. It's got crazy cantilever suspension. It's not a normal Mustang, and it costs many hundreds of thousands of dollars. And it's very wide. That's the key point here. It's very wide.
How wide is this thing?
Massive. So wide, in fact, that it would require, under normal regulations, it would require it to have those little running lights in the front that you see on commercial trucks. And you'll notice how the Ford Raptor, for example, it's got those three little lights in the grill.
Yeah.
The Ram TRX, same thing. They look cool, but they are really there to be for wide vehicles. It's because of a federal regulation.
You know, Burley Farley had a TRX. I got to drive that thing a couple times. It's all right.
Oh, I bet. I haven't driven a TRX, but I've driven a Hellcat before. It's same
There's videos of me
drivetrain,
driving
same
in the
engine.
snow,
Yeah.
actually. On the highway, yeah. But anyways, back to our Mustang thing.
So yeah, this is Federal Motor Vehicle Safety Standard 108, and it states that larger vehicles which are usually trucks, SUVs, and trailers that are 80 inches or wider require clearance lamps on the center of the vehicle. And the idea is to make them more visible, which is crazy because they're huge vehicles. You'd think they're already pretty visible.
You think bigger stuff, you could see it better.
Yeah.
Even if you wear glasses. You know, be like, I can see it. It's larger.
So the GTD is 75 inches wide, which is significant for a car. That for an automobile, for like a two-door coupe, that is pretty darn
and
wide.
How wide's the regular Mustang?
That's sorry. No. Sorry. I was looking at my numbers wrong here. Sorry. The Mustang GTD is 81.8. A regular Mustang is 75. So let me clarify that.
Six more inches for those of you out there that didn't math it like I mathed it in my head.
There you go. And here's the thing though. You might be saying, well, last time I saw a GTD cruising down the road. Oh wait, you haven't seen one cruising down the road. No, you're not seeing those on the roads much yet, but you do see them at the Nürburgring. This is one of those vehicles that manufacturers have designed just to be a Nürburgring car, basically. I mean, yeah, they're gonna sell it, but it's just so they can have their bragging rights at the podium is really what it is. And apparently, though, there's an interesting loophole here with the regulations when it comes to dual purpose vehicles. And basically, this breaks down to if you could use it for commercial purposes, it's got to have the light on it, the three little lights. But if you don't, and it's 81, 80 inch,
bigger than 80
inches or wider.
Okay.
Yep. You would normally need it, but this is interesting because they don't consider that you can actually use the Mustang for commercial purposes. Like it's not a truck, right?
Yeah, you're not going to haul loads in it. You're not going to be delivering. Well, maybe you'd Uber Eats something, but I don't know. Okay.
See, this poses an interesting question though, because that means that this car could fall out of like a commercial use category. So you could actually use it for commercial use though.
You're not towing with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You could register it. You could buy one for your business, company car.
Hoop in the loop, man.
Yeah. There's a little bit of a workaround here.
Go hold the loop.
Yeah.
To it.
Yeah, exactly. And I would like to imagine that this little loophole here would allow people to purchase these and use them for company use, but not actually have to declare it as such. And that could be fascinating because I mean, we could have like Mustang GTDs. What's it got? Like 1,000 horsepower? That'll tow a load.
Yeah.
Tow a car hauler? Probably not.
No, I don't think you could tow very good.
So yeah. Having said that, I want to see.
I mean, it's got the horsepower and the torque, but I just don't think it's set up to where it would tow. It just wouldn't work.
Trailer burnouts.
That's it.
Trailer burnouts.
Just hook it to a trailer to do burnouts for no other reason.
I want one of these guys.
There for? So, don't worry about it.
You know, to get one of these GTDs, you got to be like a special Ford buyer. You got to be invited to buy it. It's like
is that like the GT40s and all that?
Same
stuff?
idea. Same
big
idea.
List, don't sell it. Big list of stuff. You can't sell it once you buy it without permissions and
exactly
X amount of years. Our friend John Cena got in trouble for that, didn't he?
He
for
did.
His GT40, I think.
But he did indeed. And
so he's probably not in the list to buy one, is he? They probably didn't invite him this time.
Probably not, but we know that John Cena
drives Hondas.
He loves Hondas. He loves his Civic Type R's. He's a big Honda guy. He's got a YJ Jeep Wrangler, I believe.
Mr. Peacemaker himself.
Hey, there we go. So I don't know if this little loophole in this regulation, A, makes a ton of sense because it doesn't. B, means that you should purchase one of these for commercial use. I would love to see one of the like crazy YouTubers who has $1 bajillion who's on the list for one of these, which by the way is not yours truly. That's for sure. I would like to see one of them do something like this. I mean, you know, you get these people who have this special access to these cars that us normal peasants aren't allowed to buy, apparently. And it makes me I want to see someone do something with it like that. tow
Towing
with
You ever seen that
it,
video?
haul with it.
You ever seen the video of the fifth wheel tower they made for like cars so it could like spin around and stuff?
I
And
have.
they put the
I
fifth wheel
have.
on top and it's like attached to the roof.
Yes.
Something like that I think would be kind of neat to see for GTD. And you're like, is that a fifth wheel toy hauler? Is he towing another car? Why? And it's just on the roof doing the circle.
If you haven't seen that, we might have to link it on the Facebook page because you're probably not imagining what exactly that is, but it's old, probably from like the 60s.
I think it's from the 60s.
Yeah, yeah.
I think the dude is driving like a Volkswagen Beetle and he's towing a
It
fifth
is
wheel
a Beetle.
camper.
Yes,
And it
I've
works.
seen that.
It works. You're all, I didn't think that would work, but
Yeah,
it is working.
The fifth wheel goes up to the roof and the roof has like a little hoop around it. And then you can like 180 the car inside the fifth wheel almost, like, right? It's bizarre.
This is the new challenge for all like exotics or like hypercars and stuff. It's the fifth wheel attachment and take your tow haul with you.
I love it. I love it. So, Jim Miller, Ford Mustang GTD. Would you buy one?
No, we already know I don't like domestics that much. I just don't. I don't see any need or use for it. Plus, we already know I have enough cars and trucks and vehicles. I have enough stuff. You don't need to be trying to have me buy anything else.
Well, and we still need.
I don't think so. Would I drive it? Would I check it out? Would I test run it? Would I want to do a run on the Nürburgring with it? Yes. And if it's as fast as they're saying, then I'd probably want to. I'd probably want to be wearing a helmet too. Honestly, I'd probably want another adult with me. Just be like, what are you doing?
I need an adult in the car with me.
I need an adult with me because I don't think I need to be supervised with this.
$325,000. $325,000. That's
no. You could that's you're getting in a house money on vehicles. I honestly personally don't ever think house money on anything that's just transport moving around is worth it in my personal opinion.
Well, remember you can. What do they say? You can race a car, right?
But you can't race.
Race a house.
Yeah, and you can sleep in your car,
and you can
sleep in a house, but you can't drive a house.
Exactly.
So
exactly. So choose wisely. Choose wisely. You know, there's other automotive shows out there that actually give their listeners like legitimate consumer advice. Like, I want to buy a Toyota Highlander, and they talk about like the seats and how easy they are to fold down. No, remember, in this show, official advice is you can race a car, but not a house.
Yeah, and you can sleep in your car and sleep in a house. So maybe just get a car.
I would do the car. Also,
that is popular nowadays. People just camping out in their car. They're like, I work all the time. I only need to sleep for a couple hours and go back to work. So I want to live in my vehicle.
You know what's handy? If you have a race car with a roll cage, that's perfect to mount like a rooftop overlanding tent on. It's load bearing. You mount the tent onto that. It'll hold the weight of it. It's no problem.
You and your urban camper friends.
Yeah. Van life.
Yeah, urban campers.
Oh man, more
urban vehicle campers.
Oh man, yeah. Now, hey, we are coming up here on a break here in a couple minutes, and we're gonna have Wesley Kagan joining us. In theory, if the technology works. Again, when you tuned into this show, you didn't know you were going to be a beta tester for this. You didn't know that you signed up for this, but you did. In fact, it was actually in the fine print. You didn't read it at the top of the show. But we're going to have Wesley Kagan joining us here shortly, and he's got a interesting project. If you tuned into my show last week, you would be familiar with this project. If you are a subscriber of Wesley Kagan's, you should also be familiar with it. If you're not, first thing you do is go subscribe to my show on YouTube, not Wesley's. Subscribe to mine first, then Wesley's, in that order. That you have to do it that way. And then go check out what Wesley's doing, because he has the world's most expensive car from 1993, and he's about to do what all the internet trolls told him he should do. He actually listened to them.
Okay. Has something to do with something with a 12 in it too, right? Am I correct?
Maybe not. Well, not the engine in this case.
Oh.
The internet trolls said, Wesley, you need to LS swap it. He's like, no, it's a Bentley. It's a nice car. It's smooth. They go, oh, you need to LS swap it. Just throw it out. And that's what the internet trolls do. Any comment section on YouTube, even like I've had comments like this, whoa, why'd you case swap your Honda? Just LS swap it. Just LS swap it. So he finally caved. He's a shill. He was a shill to the internet trolls. They told him
he's
to
a
LS.
Shill. What?
They're not paying him anything, but okay. Anyway, so he is going to tell us about his LS swap, but importantly, his marathon live stream of LS swapping this car. Okay, this is nothing here can go wrong. So you're listening to the Automotive ADHD show. I'm your host, Matt West. Sitting across the table from me, Jim Miller, just a guy. We're going to take a break for network news, and after that, we will be right back. Don't go anywhere.
It looks like everything's working.
Looks like it is. We hit that news break. Let's make sure it's actually running still.
More political and recounted a dinner table conversation where they.
Okay. Hey, the news is running. That's good. Wesley Kagan's waiting in the call. Let's see if we can have him join us here. Oh, there he is. All right. Wesley, we are live on YouTube. We are live on YouTube and Facebook, and we will be live on the radio here in a couple of minutes. We're in a network news break.
Fair enough.
So, anyway, we were just
I'm in a warehouse.
Oh, yeah, I can tell with the signal. Hey, turn your video off real quick.
Okay, I can turn my video off. How do I? I've definitely downloaded and used this app before. Don't worry. There we go.
Don't worry. He's an engineer, so no, that's good. That'll help us with the signal here. And
so I pretend to be one sometimes
on the internet.
Sounds
you
good.
Gotta be. Yeah. So anyway, we're in a news break. We think the technology is working. I don't have a producer back at the studio.
Allegedly.
So we're just hoping that we're not live. We're hoping we're just not live through the commercials and the news breaks, but my boss hasn't texted me yet. So that's good. I think that's good.
Seems fine.
Bosses in radio have this amazing ability. I'll tell you this. They have this tremendous ability to never listen when you did something you thought was really cool. Like, wow, that was awesome. That was like my best work yet. But they'll listen when you mess up perfectly. It's this innate program director sense.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm pretty sure they're born with it. So anyway,
yeah.
So yeah, we've got you on here. We have in our commercial break. Let me lean over and look. 2 minutes. When we get close to it, I'll feed the station back to our stream here just so I can hear it. And you'll hear it as well. And then we will go into the segment.
Fair enough. So I have to be interesting and charismatic in about 2 minutes.
Yeah, give or take.
I have to be people momentarily. Just cue me in.
Yeah, let me know. But yeah, and we'll only.
Yeah, I haven't gone.
We'll only keep.
It's good that we cut off video because Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, and we'll keep you for a few minutes, and then we were just talking about before the break here how you were you actually. I think caved into the internet trolls because you notice how you go into a comment section and you have any car and there's like 100 people just go, just LS swap it. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. No, I'm absolutely doing exactly that. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Awesome. And we're gonna come back here. 30 seconds. Jim, are you on the YouTube stream? Can you see if we've got any comments on the YouTube stream?
Let's see.
We'll be back in 30, but we might be able to read some of them on the air once we get back too. And bear with me.
We can read half a comment.
Half a comment. Let me
ask
feed this
Jim
back.
Miller about his Mustang. Love Jim Miller. And then cool guy says hi.
Hey. All right. We're coming back.
Right here on AM 1460 and FM 101.1 The Answer.
Under the hood and behind the mic, Matt West is on Automotive ADHD.
And not just me today. I've got Jim Miller, just a guy, joining me across the board. We have Wesley Kagan joining us in mere moments. But before we do that, I do have to tell you about one of our faithful sponsors. If you are like me, you may have actually had a car stolen in your life. And I had my beloved AMC Hornet, and I can hear people laughing who knew that car. But I had a beloved AMC Hornet, 1977. It got stolen. It was so crusty and terrible. The thieves actually didn't want it, so I got it back. They just ditched it. But that doesn't always happen. And especially if your car is actually nice, if it's decent, that's not going to happen. So you need to get a GPS tracker in your car. Jim Miller, you could use a lot of these. You need a lot of these. SpyTech, by the way, they make these amazing little GPS trackers. They use both cell signal and GPS redundantly. And you're going to say, just put an AirTag in the car. It'll be fine. AirTags are a terrible idea. I did a whole segment on this show talking about ways to track your car. And
are they giving us a deal if we buy some from
they
them
are.
through you?
Yes,
what
they
is that
are.
deal, Mr. Matt West?
If you use my promo code AutoADHD15, get 15% off anything on their website, spytech.com. And right now, they're doing a deal where you get 35% off an annual subscription. And the cool thing is my promo code stacks with that. So if you buy the trackers, then you get 35% off the annual subscription. Then the 15% stacks on that annual subscription. It's cool.
35 plus 15 is 50% off for all you big math people out there.
For those of you that did not go to public school, you knew that already. So
I went to public school and I had to count it with my hands. I just wanted to share for the rest of us finger counters out there.
Oh, man. But anyway, spytech.com. Again, that promo code is AutoADHD15. Get your discount. Check that out. And Jim Miller, I was just about to go to Wesley Kagan. It also helps when I switch the camera so people can see your beautiful face for radio.
That's too good for radio.
Yeah. And I believe we lost Wesley Kagan here. He was here, and I think I scared him off with my sponsorship read. Yeah. So he's going to reconnect here in just a minute, and let's see if we've got him. Here we go. Wesley Kagan. Wesley Kagan, are you with us? Ground control to Wesley Kagan.
I actually am just in the nick of time, I believe.
Just in the nick of time. Joining us from the Wesley Kagan Speed Shop Global Headquarters, presumably.
Yeah, the sunny shores of Cabo San Lucas, also definitely not a suburb of Phoenix, Arizona. Yep.
Definitely not. Roger that. Loud and clear. So Wesley, before the break in that last segment, we were talking about how you sold out to the internet trolls in the comments who go, just LS swap it. And you're LS swapping the world's most expensive car, asterisk from
yes, I am.
1993. Yeah.
Yeah. Production car in 1993, because there's a bunch of people who remind me that the McLaren F1 exists as well.
And are they hurt? I imagine their feelings are hurt when you tell them that McLaren F1's not a production car, really. It's not really a real production car.
Yeah, like anyways.
All right. So, Wesley, enlighten me. I'm kind of inside on this actually a little bit, but Jim Miller needs to get up to speed. What's the plan for the car, for one? And what are we doing a week from today and tomorrow?
So what car is this? The Bentley?
This is a 1993 Bentley Continental, not GT, Continental R. So the old pre-Volkswagen buyout one. And currently it has a 6.75 liter V8, and it is getting, with an automatic transmission with a GM 4L80E, and it is getting a manual transmission with a 6.0 LS with some aluminum heads and a Phytech EFI setup and the whole 9 yards. So yeah, I'm hoping for 550 horsepower in a car that weighs almost 6,000 pounds. So it might actually move at a decent speed now.
I was about to ask you, I was like, isn't that a pretty heavy car? It's got some girth to it. It's got some girth.
Yes, it does. 3 tons of it. And I'm hoping to make it move slightly faster than it did with its factory. Admittedly, for the mid-90s, pretty impressive, 400 and some odd horsepower. So we're adding quite a bit, and we're adding a lot of torque. So that's my goal.
Get 3 tons of fun moving more fun, huh?
Exactly. I have already done coilovers and a few things to get ready for it. But yeah, live on the air, not to tape, live on the air, we are going to be taking the old engine out and putting it into the car, hopefully. And everything after that will go super simple, like it always does. And everything
Don't
always
say
works
that.
out.
You're jinxing everything. Don't say that. Just say it's going to go real terrible, and everything's going to go wrong, and it'll go better. That's the rule of thumb. You just go, it's going to be terrible to do. I don't want to do it. I'm going to do it, and that'll make it happen better.
Either tune into a train wreck or something going flawlessly. Neither one.
I don't think it going flawlessly is actually a realistic option in this case.
You guys want to see a Bentley crash without it driving? Watch me now, Wesley Kagan live. They're like, nice.
Controlled flight into terrain.
I don't think my brakes will be done in time, so this is actually sort of a real possibility. Yeah.
We were actually saying, I called you before the show. You said, yeah, I'm not sure if it will stop when we finish it. And
yeah,
I made the point that run and drive doesn't actually implicitly imply stopping necessarily.
Not one statement in the run and drive says anything about stopping anywhere. So,
and remember,
e-brakes and sand, you're fine. Go with it. Do it.
And
remember,
there are
go ahead.
There are so many things around you just generally to stop you. So like, what's the actual problem?
There's a drive in the sand.
Break
in sand.
A wise man, a very, very wise man once said, it's how did he put it? Yeah, it's not the speed that gets you. It's suddenly stopping. That's what gets you.
Yeah.
So with that being the theory, you're going to live forever.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean,
Wesley, we didn't, I promise we didn't just call you to actually just berate you about your car on my radio show.
Sounds like we're being mean, but really we're encouraging this actually. We want to see this and encourage it. It just sounds mean because we all know each other.
Trust me, this is actually an act of endearment. Really, it is.
Yeah,
okay, so fill us in on the plans for the live stream. Fill us in on this. How are people going to watch it? What is going to, well, we don't know exactly what's going to happen, but what's the game plan?
So the game plan is I turn on the live stream and then things probably happen. I think, hopefully. Generally, I think the fun part will be that we really do have a pretty good plan for the first, I don't know, hour and a half. After that, I think, the fact of it not going smoothly will probably be a very real possibility. So I think that once we get the old engine out of there, we get the new engine sitting in there, and all of the little things that we forget when we're working on projects like this, I think will come in and rear its ugly head at that point. And I'm seriously hoping that it's just not 8 solid hours of us driving to AutoZone back and forth, but you never know. It might be.
And yeah, well, and that's very possible. And I mean, hey, we've taken the show on the road before, like literally on the road. Like while I was driving, I did my radio show. So I mean, if we have to do it from an AutoZone, we can do it through an O'Reilly's too. I mean,
it's Riley's, AutoZone trips.
I'm not partial to any of them. So i.e. they don't sponsor
well, no,
me, so I'm not
hold on.
be.
I was gonna say we are as soon as if they give us money, we definitely are.
Yeah, definitely. Wesley Kagan, follow him on YouTube at Wesley Kagan. Join us for the live stream Sunday, September 21st. We're out of time, but we're going to come back after the break. You're listening to Automotive ADHD. Don't go anywhere. Hang with us through the break right here.
Attention business leaders, entrepreneurs, and kingdom-minded professionals in Colorado Springs. Are you ready to grow your faith?
We're going to mute the station. Wesley, how was that? That was really just actually us assaulting you verbally, but it was fun.
Hey, that's totally fine. Yeah, my goal with this live stream is really to break barriers, mostly through the 405 freeway. And I think that I think that it'll be fun to put it together.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to it. We'll let you go here on the stream.
Sounds good.
Thanks for joining us. That was a lot of fun, and I will see
thanks
you.
for having me.
I'll be in touch with you as I'm driving to Arizona this week. And
yeah, I'm
Jim
probably
Miller.
going to have you pick stuff up and carry it down, but that's probably not to be discussed live on the air.
Oh, okay. Okay. We'll see. We'll
that
chat.
That makes it sounds like it's way worse than what it actually is, and it's probably going to be like a sheet metal break. But
ye of faith, assuming I can fit a sheet metal brake into the back of my Subaru.
We're going to put Harbor Freight casters on it and pull it.
I like that idea. That's a better idea.
Nice trailer.
DOT approved.
Yep. Trailer lights.
Oh,
all right.
I love it. Wesley.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hang tight. We'll talk soon.
All right.
Later.
Later.
Okay. We're coming back here and thanks for joining us again. If you're on the live stream, we can take a moment on the live stream to address some of these comments.
By the way,
yes.
Mad Max 3 is Thunderdome, Beyond Thunderdome.
Thunderdome. Okay.
Not Biodome. I don't know why I was not thinking of the right thing.
Maybe you're like mixing up with like BioShock, the game, and then
Burley Farley notified me that it's Thunderdome.
Ah, I see. Well, he's I think he might be hanging out here in the chat. I don't know if let's see here. The chat does say to ask you about the Mustang. Do you want to do that when we get back on the air?
I suppose so. We'll do it for the sake of the Burley Farley.
Yeah, we'll ask you about the Mustang.
Right.
I'm sure it's a Fox body. Probably it's a 5.0. I'm certain, almost certain. Knowing you, it would have to be a 5.0 Fox body because you just love Fox Mustangs and 302 motors. That's Jim Miller all over it.
Save it for the live radio stuff here because you have no idea. So what do we got? Any comments on here? What do we got for comments?
Well, our one listener says hi. Again, that's cool guy 1987.
Nice.
We have someone who says love Jim Miller.
That's a good person, whoever that is. Thank you.
That is. Did you hire them for that or
no?
No. Okay.
And then it says ask Jim Miller about his Mustang. Nice. All right, so we'll deal with that soon enough, won't we?
Yeah, we will. Let me check and make sure that not coming through on this feed. Check. Wow,
it's just us talking. Tech. I think I think this is actually working.
It worked.
Is this?
Can you see my shock?
Because how many times have we done technology?
Can you see this? This is the look of surprise and shock that something I put together is working.
Until we're on again?
25 seconds.
Okay. How many times have we done technology stuff and it's just been just the worst?
Oh yeah,
just the worst.
And the worst part is I do this for a living and it's always terrible still.
Yeah. No.
When we come back in this segment, watch the video here. There's a video that's gonna play.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right. Here we're coming back.
Am I gonna like it?
101.1. The Answer.
Hello, I'm John Dykstra. When I was asked to provide a unique environment for the introduction of Nissan's unique new car, the Skyline, I got out my special effects atlas and decided on a planet that not only looked different, but has some very unusual inhabitants, the space fish. I hope you'll agree that our film is extraordinary. But remember, it's all fantasy. Only the very extraordinary new Skyline is real. We are the new Skyline.
Jim Miller. Whatever they are, I don't know what's happening in Japan. Maybe it's all the salt water. Maybe the fish finally has gone to their brains. By the way, you're listening to the Automotive ADHD show. Forgot to mention that. I'm your host, Matt West. Joining me across the board is Jim Miller. Jim, we've done this thing lately. I think ever since we talked about car ads with Jag back probably like 9 months ago.
The most jagged up thing I've ever seen.
More and more car ads have just found their way into my show. And what happened there? What was that?
I don't know. It wasn't even the best Skyline. It was like a GTS 4-door. Like, what is it? And then it's just space with some, what do you say? Space fish or
Space
something?
fish. Yeah.
Hey, thanks for explaining what that was. I thought it was like a light bulb floating.
I love how he says, he looks at the camera. We are Skyline. We are Skyline.
He's by himself. We are doing these things.
Have the space fish infested his brain, or was that the result of some Japanese people writing some English words and having him read them?
Bad sushi.
I'd like to think it's actually the former. Probably it's probably the space fish. That's my best guess. So
I love those guys. Space fish are my favorite fish. High in protein. How much protein's in a space fish?
Oh man, that's does that make you want to buy a Skyline?
No.
Okay,
no.
Well, there we go.
I thought the point of ads is to make you be like, I want to purchase this product, whatever it is. I would love to drive that after the ad. With that, I'm like, I don't even know what's happening. I feel like I have a headache. I think I'm dumber after watching that.
I can assure you, after my brief stint in Japan, television is like that in Japan. They're so reserved, they're so polite, they're so cultural, cultured. And then their television is just where they dump everything. Like they get it all out on TV. I don't know.
There was a Simpsons about that where Homer finds a box and it's got a bunch of Japanese writing and it looks like his face. And really it was just a fish company and a light bulb company came together to make a bigger company and it just happened to look like him. I think it was for like dish soap or detergent. Or
Speaking of our friends in Japan, now they didn't market this with the space fish. That was Nissan's play. So now whenever someone says, yeah, I like my Skyline of space fish, what? Anyway, Toyota, Jim, I figured you would want to talk about this.
Okay, what do we got
Toyota, this, and then we might run out of time. I might have to ask you about your Fox Mustang. Toyota, this comes by way of their, if you weren't in the live stream, you're missing out on that. So that's why you got to tune in on the live streams of these too. We have fun during the breaks. This comes by way of the official Toyota Gazoo Racing Facebook page. Toyota Gazoo Racing plans to reproduce engine parts for Corolla, Levin, Sprinter, Terrano, AE86, cylinder head, and sub-block assemblies to be reissued as part of the GR Heritage Parts Project. Jim, as somebody who is probably the reason no one else can buy the 4AGEs because you're hoarding them, what do you think of this?
I am a hoarder. You are correct. Definitely a hoarder. It's like, where can you walk? And you're like, don't worry about the maze. Enjoy the labyrinth. What do I think about this?
Yeah, they're bringing back the 4AGE. They're going to start selling them again for
the
our
whole thing?
Crusty. Yeah, well, they said, here we go. Again, they said cylinder head subassembly and cylinder block subassembly. Now, this is probably coming through a little bit of Google Translate here from Japan. And they're going to exhibit these at
top end and bottom end we can get now solids.
That's what I'm interpreting from this.
That's good. That's fine. It's good to have stuff to be accessible. It keeps old stuff alive. I think this is better and more optimal than the old Alibaba stuff.
Well, you could buy this and then buy the Alibaba shell and chassis
with
still.
9 other friends.
With 9 other friends. I haven't actually seen anyone do it yet.
No, I haven't either. I was kind of poking around and looking and going because I was like,
one of these YouTubers has got to do it.
Hello, wealthier friends. Is anybody buying this?
If Wesley
Alibaba
Kagan,
stuff?
if Wesley Kagan was more like a Toyota guy than like a Bentley and Rolls Royce kind of guy, maybe he would do it. But they do say here, elaborating on this, cylinder head subassembly features combustion chambers with additional machining. Let's see, reduces differences in individual engines, blah, blah, blah. Slight variances in compression ratio. Intake ports undergo a coating process to reduce irregularities. Okay, basically, it's a nice block. You get a nice head, you get a nice block.
But they're building it with modern technology.
But they
or
are.
as the Italians call it, Technoluigi.
Technoluigi.
And you're like, yeah, okay, Mario, calm down here. That's Italian stuff, and this is Japanese stuff we're talking about. But still, but they're using modern processes versus 80s processes. So it might be a better quality than the old 80s stuff, possibly. And I'm saying possibly because we already know there has been some machining problems at Toyota in the last few years with these new plants and stuff. So I'm hoping there's none of that.
Yeah.
Well, we get to build it, so it's just coming. It sounds like it's coming bare top and bare bottoms.
And they're saying scheduled.
And that sounds inappropriate saying it out loud on the radio. It's just the top end and bottom end of a block. So
there you go.
Of an engine.
Scheduled to launch around May 2026. So
okay. All right. So
not that far out. Now I'm curious because they don't say on here, are they doing are these earlier blocks? Because there's rib differences between the early blocks and the later blocks.
All the different tops, blues, blacks,
red top,
tops,
blue top, black
red
top.
Tops, yes.
One's I can't remember. My 4A knowledge is failing me. Is it 7 rib?
Small port, big port,
something like that.
All
But
that.
they're not saying that. This probably, with the press picture they put out, it looks like the cylinder head, at least in their press picture, definitely looks like a 16 valve cylinder head.
Well, you have the picture. I don't have it.
I know.
I'm
keeping the picture
You're
to
fine.
myself. That's what it looks like. Block wise, all the blocks are going to work with your different cylinder heads. So I'm not too worried about that. But I think, looking at the big picture of this, that is
the bottom end's all pants, the top's just different shirts. Just pick it out.
Yeah. The big picture of this, though, is it's very cool that manufacturers are supporting these cars that are becoming new classics, right? Because we've got guys, I guarantee we got guys on the radio right now who say, all right, a classic to me is a 60-something GTO, right?
Yeah.
And
then others that are going in
guys
85.
Guys in my range, we're looking back at the 80s stuff
And 90s stuff
90s
too,
stuff.
honestly, yeah.
And we're finding that, a lot of parts for these have been discontinued. People weren't interested in them for years, and now they have a huge surge in interest and popularity. And Toyota, much like, GM, you can buy a small block Chevy for anything still from GM, right? They have classic parts for their older cars. They've been doing that for decades.
Well, and if they ain't got it, Jags or Summit will.
Oh, yeah.
Or even like old Vato Zone or oh no, it's Riley's or
Yep.
any of these places, just local parts stores. You'll be like, I need to get this. And they're like, yeah, cool. Grab it.
Yeah. And, but it's nice to see that that's starting to happen now in the tuner space, right? With Toyota, Nissan has their heritage parts program. Honda's doing it well. They've been reissuing certain parts for S2000s. Admittedly, none of the parts I need.
None of the parts you need.
But they are making some parts for them. And then they came out 20th anniversary of the S2000. We're like, oh, they're going to do something really cool. And then they gave us a bumper. Like, okay, the bumper looks cool, but
we're bringing it back.
I was hoping
except for the parts you need.
I was hoping for something more than a bumper. I was hoping for like a crankshaft or a block or
I'm still
some
one of
axle
those people
shafts
that get excited when I find some unopened from the 80s or 90s, some new old stock. You're like,
new old stock is sweet.
Old dusty box that's like got rat bite marks in the side of it for mice and vermin. And you're like, I don't know what shelf that got lost in, but it fell off a rack and was behind it. And then someone's like, oh, I better put that in the inventory so we can sell it after they found it 20 years later.
Oh, man. Well, hey, if let us know, brand new 4A GE, if you are into Toyotas, if you're into old stuff, how does this make you feel? You want to go buy an Alibaba 86 with Jim and I? We'll split it. We'll split it because
just friends.
It's just friends. My 86 isn't running still. I got to wire up the beam swap now. So anyway, you've been listening to the Automotive ADHD show. My guest, Jim Miller, just a guy. We'll catch you next week. Same time.
Tyler Roofing and Construction, spelled Tither, is founded on the tithe,
right.
giving 10% of proceeds to local nonprofits.
Tyler
provides
Let
free
me mute
insurance
the audio
settlement
for the
services by working.
stream. Okay. Wow. That was hitting the post right there. We nailed the post, man.
Right on it. Exactly on it.
Nailed it.
Not bad for us not working together for a bit.
No.
A little hiatus for a few months, honestly. With both of us reorganizing quite a few things.
Well, and what we can do is we can keep the live stream rolling for just a few more minutes because we didn't ask you the question about your Mustang.
Okay. So
the viewers, the people need to know.
Well, there's going to be more people watching it later, I'm assuming. So anyways, look, there is no Mustang. You can pull it up on your little beep bop boop box machine here.
That green thing's not a Mustang?
No, it is not a Mustang.
What? You're kidding?
No, look it up. Those are 70s Corolla or Celicas.
No.
So
no
yes.
way.
So everybody thinks
I'd be a little hyperbolic here.
So look, I will be honest with everything. Every time I drive that thing around, because I'm kind of doing a shakedown list, because it was stored for a while. I'm familiar with the car from many years ago with our friend, the Burley Farley, and my good friend, and it was his car. We did a little horse trading, and then I got the car because I'm a lot more of a Toyota whore than he is, by all means.
Mm-hmm.
and everybody's happy with some car horse trade and stuff. So we did it, and I have it. But every time I drive the thing, everybody's like, "Oh, is that this? Is that that? Is that this? Is that that?" I give them 3 guesses, and they don't get it. I was like, "Until next time," and then like making sure everybody. And then I'm like, "Well, I'm gonna be running for mayor again too, so make sure you vote for me." So I'm using it to campaign, and not really campaign, but just let people know.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I give them 3 guesses, and they don't get it. I'm like, "Ooh, until next time, 3 more guesses, just friends."
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no. And sometimes, to be honest with you, it does get a little annoying because you're like, man, I remember when women would talk to you about cars and we're cool. Now it's just fellas. So it's like going to a barbecue with all wieners and no buns every time I drive it around.
You know, every time I go to a gas station with my S2000, with the A86, granted, not the 86 lately because it still doesn't run. But
Well, I've been a better sport about it. It used to just kind of annoy me a lot. I'm like, dude, I'm a man. You're a man. It's a car. I'm good. I'm going to get fuel right now, please.
my problem is I love talking to people who ask about the car, but you're right. It's only dudes. It's never been a chick. Never been a chick.
No,
Never been.
I've had some ladies with the 11. There's ladies with the 11. They like the white 11.
Yeah.
They like the white daily 11. They like that 11.
There was actually one
like Kevin 11. Everybody, all the girls do like Kevin 11. We named him. I figured I had to give him a boy's name because he was attracting women. So I was like,
okay, there you go.
Name.
Yeah.
Only male named car I own. I was like, it's Kevin 11.
Kevin, I like it though. I like it. Yeah, no, I think the last time I got complimented on the S2000 by a member of the opposite sex, it was, "Hey, I really love your Miata."
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like my mom said something.
And I was no, it was this sweet girl that was like next to me in the Dutch Bros drive through. I go to Dutch Bros probably more than I should. And she was so sweet and nice about it. Like she was earnestly doing it. Like I've had other dudes
like
go
she
like
really cared and was really trying to be like, I like the way it looks, and you just took it. You took it like
didn't correct her. I didn't want to correct her. I was like, she's being so earnest and genuine. No, all right, there's dudes who pull up, they'll be like,
you're all looked at her, you're like, I love my Miata too.
Yep.
You are correct. I concur.
There's dudes
Thank you, miss.
who'll say, "Nice Miata, bro," and we know it's a joke, but she wasn't joking, and I couldn't do that to her. Yep, that's exactly what I had to do.
At least you were polite about it. That's what matters.
Yeah. So this not a Mustang Celica. This is the green one I've seen.
The green one you've seen in pictures. Yes,
in fact,
I think I took my niece for a drive in it.
Okay.
And
a few months ago, when
it's got the little Eleanor kit on it, so too that's kind of a piece to it. And I think that was in the late 80s or 90s. You have to look it up and beep bop boop exactly the little with the different vents on the side.
Well, here I'll stalk you on Facebook. Here,
all that.
quick.
Oh, stalkers. Just stalkers.
Yeah, just stalkers. But having said that, I remember you bought that red BRZ a little while back. But the whole time when you were buying that, you were sending me pictures of the green Celica. And I'm like, "Ooh," he's like, "I got something."
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot
and you were teasing
about
me
that.
with that green Celica.
And then I showed up in something
with
entirely
red,
different.
Yeah,
with
red
a
BRZ.
Yeah, with a whole different horse trading thing going on. Yeah, no, I'm a deceptive jerko with the car stuff. I forgot I own that.
I forget I own certain things too.
No, it's weird with cars because people are like, "What?" And you're like, I trade cars like women trade purses or shoes or exchange clothes or something. I don't know.
Can I mention what that car did leaving my neighborhood?
No.
Okay.
No, don't worry about that. It's fine. Don't worry about that at home. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Resolved, but still, it was like we were both all worried about it. And I was like, oh, thank God, nothing bad. You're like, sweet Jeebus. I didn't know what happened. And then you're like, oh, okay. Cool.
I think you gave everyone in my neighborhood cancer. They all have cancer.
No, what? No, I'm not liable for that. I gave people a freaking heart attack, probably.
Oh man. So the green Celica, what does it have done to it? Because obviously it's been
it's honestly,
it looks like it's a really nice looking car.
It's a very nice looking car. I need to finish some interior stuff. It's got stock interior. The drivetrain's all stock. I'm gonna do a couple little things to it. I want to modernize the exhaust a little bit and a couple little things, and I'm gonna probably be retrofitting some extra A86 suspension I got from you is going to go on there to modernize it a bit.
What suspension did I trade you? I don't remember.
It was a while back, but it's nice
Some
stuff.
random
All
stuff.
adjustable. We're going to be real pretty, real nice.
Yeah,
minty.
yeah.
So it's going to be good. Modernize it, kind of bring it to a little bit from the 70s to
Mm-hmm.
at least the 90s. So it's like, I feel okay. And you're like, thank you. I also feel okay.
Just okay. I'm trying to find pictures of it, but all that you have on your Facebook page is a picture of you and Batman, and I'm jealous that you got to meet
I
Batman.
ran into Batman. I actually know him, and I didn't know, and it's somebody I know, and they actually go to like the children's hospital and stuff. And I didn't know, and I was like, don't let anybody know it's me. And I was like,
I didn't know Batman drove a Polaris slingshot. Those are fun.
Yeah, I kind of want to. I'm gonna probably do a driving review on it, honestly, on one of those, to be honest with you, which we could use for the show, to be honest, because I don't really have interest in them. But then after a couple people I know having them, I'm like, I kind of want to check this out because it's kind of a motorcycle-y UTV, but for the street thing that seems kind of
and if
go-karty too. I don't
if
know.
I'm correct, they're interesting cars. I've always thought they're interesting. I always thought they were a little weird. I haven't driven one. I know people who really like them though. And
there's a whole group in town here alone that drives them around with all the lights, and they got all this stuff, and they do a little groupie thing.
Yeah, well, and correct me if I'm wrong. They use the GM Ecotech 4-cylinder, so it's like an actual car engine.
My name's Ron Burgundy, who put question marks on the teleprompter.
Question
I don't
mark?
know, but you got the beat boot box right there.
I do, but the thing that I've seen with those that I like is that it's an actual like automotive engine. It's not some like random power sports engine that Polaris develops. Like you can go to AutoZone and get parts for the motor and
Isn't
stuff
there
like that.
There's other motorcycle companies that make them too. Isn't there like similar things? Like, isn't it Yamaha make one and KTM make one, and isn't there a bunch of brands that make the different ones?
I'm not sure, but it's the
3-wheel where it's 2 wheels in front and then like kind of the motorcycle rear end. Isn't there some other?
Well, no, here
Can-Am make one too, I think.
Can-Am, maybe. Going back to the motor, it is a GM Ecotech, which that's cool because that means you can have fun with that. And when you break the motor, you can go get it out of like a Chevy Cobalt or something.
At least you can find parts for it, but so it's boosted then, huh?
Yeah, it's boosted. It is boosted.
It's got a little tiny turbo, so a little Cobalt engine in it, but rear wheel drive.
Something like a Cobalt, or don't quote me on the Cobalt part, but general accessible GM type stuff.
So you can go to the it's O'Reilly's.
Yeah.
Or the Vato Zone and get your parts for it and patch it up yourself without having to go to Polaris.
Yeah. Well, and actually we're getting too sidetracked here. We're delving into the automotive ADHD here is what's happening. Your Celica. Your Celica.
Yeah, there you go.
The Celica. Let's get back to the Celica. Yeah, we were talking about a Celica. Now we're talking about GM Ecotechs and Slingshots.
There's no mental deficiencies here. Not a single mental deficiency between the both of us. With our powers combined, we make a half of a functioning human being. Focus. Okay, yeah,
what?
yeah.
Squirrel.
There's a Ford Focus over there.
Ford Unfocus.
Yeah, I don't want to look.
Anyway, what motor does that have in it? Is it a 22R?
No, it's a 20R.
20R. Okay.
Yeah, so I do gotta go grab the.
Is it in E? Is it in fuel injected, or
nope,
is it no?
It's a Carby.
Okay.
She's a Carby. She's got a little Weber on it that I need to go through, but it's fine. It runs, it drives, it's slower than slow, and it's fun though. It's just a little cruisy putt.
It looks really good though. I mean, it's had some body work done at some point.
Yeah,
that bright green. You got the over fenders on it.
Like
I mean,
the green. It looks good.
Looks really nice.
I might swap the wheels out for something that a little smaller, a little more era correct, because those are 16s, and I think I want to do 15s or 14s on it, honestly.
Yeah.
So a little smaller wheels and stuff. I'm going to change it up. I don't want to get too wide or crazy, but
yeah,
we know I have a bunch of stuff hoarded and stacked everywhere that I actually have. Actually, I do have some green wheels that will probably look really good on it that are 14s. And
nice.
They're Inkies.
Nice. Okay. Yeah.
Inky Apaches. That's an old set of wheels.
That is. It's old school.
Yes. And they're stock green wheels. Like they come from Inky with green on them. So that might look kind of neat actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
Mm-hmm. It's a green machine. So any plans, because we talked about on the radio show, and now people who are listening on our live stream here, which is kind of like an impromptu bonus.
Yeah.
We'll probably post this as a bonus episode as well on the podcast. But on the radio show, we talked about Toyota bringing back the 4A GE.
Yeah.
You want a 4A swap it?
I don't know.
Should just bolt up in that chassis.
It everything should just bolt right in. And I honestly have a couple extra 4AGEs with manual trans just sitting there. But I also have, I think, 3 or 4 of these extra old Celicas. So,
so you got a lot of parts though.
Yeah, and I think I have a whole half of a building just filled with parts from these 70s.
I don't have
no
a problem.
reason. Yeah, I don't hoard anything. I don't have nothing that I don't ever need.
Well, not to go down the project rabbit hole, but there's a YouTube channel called Speed Academy, and they do a lot of stuff like with track things, road course driving, high performance track days. But they
Made me think of your lady you like so much on the YouTube. We'll leave that.
Yeah,
fine.
we'll leave that out. But it rhymes with
Now you're good.
yeah.
Focus.
Anyway,
so your Speed channel,
Speed Academy.
the Academy.
Yeah, look them up because they did a 3SGE beam swap on a Celica of that same year, that same era, and then they tracked the crap out of it, and that thing looked like a ton of fun. I mean, like with that, because that's one of the coolest look, in my opinion. Yes, I love the AE86. I've owned more than one at this point. You've owned, God, dozens, but I love the 86. I love the wedge shape, the 80s styling, but that generation of Celica just looks amazing. I mean, it's up there in terms of some of the more beautiful cars that came from a.
So honestly, I'm more of a coupe guy than the hatch, but I have 2 hatches, and then I have a couple of Celicas that are just after that. The last are like the round dual headlights, but they're that weird second gen, not quite second gen, but still some mixed up stuff from the first gens in them that are, 78 and 79s that are weird. They're not quite second gens and they're not quite first gens that are coupes that I have. But as far as hatches go, I think the Celica is the best. The 70s Celica, the first gens, are the best looking hatches that Toyota made. And you got to remember, this followed up from, what was it? The 2000, the one that was in the James Bond movie. I'm trying to think of the
2000 GT.
Yeah, there we go. The real old bubbly one.
Yeah.
Is that it? Yeah, that we have to look it up to double check.
It's crazy because I got to see 2 of them in person in Japan at the I went to not 1 but 2 Toyota museums.
Just finding a body is expensive now for those.
Yeah.
But I ain't spending that much money on a rusted.
It's the 2000 GT. I should know this. I'm
63, 65.
Yeah, those were made from
63 to 67, right?
Let's see. It's first displayed at the Tokyo Motor Show in 1965.
Okay.
Yeah. That is one of the most beautiful cars in the world.
When did they start making them? Like 69?
Yeah, they only did them a couple of years.
There's not a lot of years of it, but it's beautiful. It looks almost European, honestly.
Well, that's what they were going for. They were going for like the E-Type Jag.
The Jag look,
yeah. 1967 was the production when it started.
Okay.
They debuted it in 65.
So
they
67 to 69 then?
70.
Oh, up to 70.
Up to 70, yep.
And there's a smaller version, and it's like a 500.
Oh, yeah.
And I found one once, and I missed getting it. It's tinier. It's more of a K style of it.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And
because
I love them, and they look good, and they pop up once in a while. I think they're 500s, like 500 GTs or something like that, or something goofy, or
scrolling
600.
through my phone because I actually saw that exact car, and
I found one once
when I was in Japan. I saw one of those next to the 2000 GT,
and it looks similar, but shrunk up.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to find.
It's like
the
putting a
pictures to
Hot
show you.
Wheels next to a micro machine is like the equivalent way to kind of put it into perspective.
Exactly. I maybe don't have a picture, but I have a little video. See right there.
Yeah.
So there's the 2000 GT. We might.
I'm still trying to find one, but I figured with our Japan trip, which it sounds like it's going to be freaking awesome.
Yeah.
That we might just go through the whole process, and I'll just buy something, and we'll do the whole shipping and bringing it back and film it and show it and talk to some of the people that we know that are within our little friend stuff that live there or do import and export and do the full shebang. But
and I've got the hookup on us getting some fun cars at least to drive around too while we're in Japan.
Nice.
So
I still want to drive a Sierra.
I got to be buddies with a guy who runs a rental car company there, and it's a JDM rental car company. So yeah, they rent out like AE86s and Skylines and stuff. But he's got a lot of new stuff.
But it's weird because like driving that stuff and having it, like it's kind of. It sounds bad, but it's kind of different for me because there's like a lot of that stuff I've had or driven, and I'm like,
Well, that's kind of the thing when
But
people go,
I
well,
go,
I
and
wanna-
then everybody's like, "Why are you driving that little teeny tiny thing?" I was like, "Oh, I never drove one of those."
Well, what was cool about this, by the way, Narita Rent-A-Car is I'm pretty sure that 99% it's Narita something Rent-A-Car. And the guy who runs it, his name is James, super cool dude. I actually need to talk about him on the podcast. And even though this was a couple months ago, because he hooked me up with some really cool stuff, some plates off of his S2000, like really sweet
You need
stuff.
to hit him up and see if he does have any A86 plates that are just random that he doesn't mind for one. Because I would love to put one on one of the 11s or something.
Yeah, and he was awesome. And we there'll be some videos on the podcast here. I actually filmed some videos with him. We haven't released those yet. But I'll roll some stills here in the B-roll of this once we edit this after the live stream. And the cool thing about his rental car place here, and it's the neat thing is that he had not just like the JDM classics that everyone goes nuts over, which are fun, but like you, I've driven a lot of those here now, so it's not that exciting
I've owned almost all of them.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
it's not as exciting. It's like I don't want to go to Japan just for that, but there is stuff that we don't get and we're not going to get for a long time. Like for example, a GR Yaris.
Okay.
Tomato. Yaris. Anyway, he's got those. He's got a number of things that are just Japanese market only in their current production. And that's what's really cool to me is I actually want to drive some of the JDM stuff that's current because we cannot get
I want to
that here in
drive the new
States.
Century because I have
the
first and second gen Centuries, and I want to drive the new one.
And at the
and it sounds goofy. I'm not really interested in that SUV one. I don't care about that. Don't they have a Century that's like an SUV, or is that the Crown?
That's the Crown. It's the Crown. Yeah.
And I got no interest in that either.
It's a crossover now.
Yeah, I had no interest in it. And I thought they made a Century that was like going to be an SUV, or they were.
Don't
something.
think so, but there
might be the Crown. Yeah, I think you're right.
There was a at the Toyota Museum. There was a Century exhibit. It was just every single generation of Century from.
Dude.
Like that was you.
I got that one that was the silver V8 one that was on the Jay Leno garage. I tracked that down to buy it.
Yeah.
The one with the blood
you told me
stain
about
in the
that.
back.
Yeah.
We'll have to do a thing on that. I have some actually pretty awesome stuff from throughout the years I've scavenged and got. And
what we need to do and what you, the listener, need to chime in on is let us know in the comments on this, whether you're watching it on the live stream right now or you're catching the podcast later. Let us know, should we do a video on the channel showcasing some of the fun stuff that Jim has? Should we do that? Would you want to watch that? Because we could make that happen.
Would you want to even look at that?
I think
do
the
you
answer
have a face beyond radio? Do you want to?
I think we need to do this, Jim. I think we need to do this. You got some neat stuff with some cool stories, especially. That's what I really want to go into.
That one I'm kind of messing with right now. Yeah, I told you a little bit about it, and it's got a whole story with it and the museum, and I'm leaving it kind of jack-o'-lantern, but I want to make it just workable and runnable, and that's it. And I think the only thing I'm going to change is I think just some exhaust and some wheels, and I might do a quick little port and polish just because I like doing that stupid stuff. But that's probably all I'm going to do to the darn thing, but I'm going to leave it all jack-o'-nantied from the museum. So
that's cool. So, hey, what that means is you got to tune in. You got to stay tuned and follow this show. Of course, if you're in Southern Colorado, you might be listening to it on the radio, AM 1460, The Answer, 100.7 The Word, 91.7 KLZR, or you're watching on the live stream, the podcast, wherever fine shows in this one are found. That's where we are.
This is YouTube, so I can curse on YouTube, right?
Yeah, we should because we're in a radio studio. You never know.
Yeah,
you never know.
Yeah.
There's ask any politician about a hot mic moment like that. You never know when you're live. But
yeah, no, I've had some FCC moments.
We
imagine that.
We don't want to incur the FCC's wrath on our fine little radio station here.
FCC won't let me be, right?
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Follow along. Let us know if you want to see more of Jim's stuff and some of the stories behind it, because I think we could do a video series on that, and it would be really fun. It would be cool. It would actually be like it'd be a whole series. It would take a while.
You know what we need to do is probably take some of my stuff and drive it to the places in Colorado I've never been since I've lived here so long, and I've never done too many fun things.
That does imply that those vehicles do run, though.
Yes.
You know that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
they do.
Okay.
So we're good. We can drive a bunch of it. We should go to places that I've never been. Because there's a lot of places around here I've never been because all I've done is just worked and grinded.
Yeah.
Most of the time I've been here, and that's it.
This is a beautiful state. We have some of the most beautiful driving roads in the country. So stay tuned. Thanks for joining us here on the live stream. Thanks for listening to the radio show. If you caught that earlier, we'll catch you next week.
Want it better, be better. Thank